Good morning and welcome to the Village of Pleasantville meeting. My name is Colleen Wagner. I'm here with Trustee Lord and Trustee Sargiati for a special meeting so that we can pass a few resolutions. We have two brief announcements. The first is we have Pleasantville Day coming. Saturday the 20th looks to be a fabulous day. We invite everyone to come out and enjoy. We have a fabulous committee, lots to do for people of all ages. The other announcement is Pleasantville Strong is going to be sponsoring two youth mental health first aid classes. One will be held Saturday, June 3rd. One will be held Sunday, June 25th. It's an 8-hour class that teaches you how to triage mental illness in children under the age of 18. Please go to our Facebook page or to our website, which is pleasantvillestrong.org, for more information and to register. So now we'll get on to our resolutions. Steve?
Sure. Resolve that pre-check, again, it's early. Resolve that pre-check register dated May 8th, 2017 is hereby approved as listed below. For the fiscal year 2016 through 17, check numbers 3486 through 3546 and 86221 through 86227, and again 86232 through 86341 from the general fund, the water fund, the refuse fund, and the trust fund, a total of $194,637.60. From fiscal year 2017 to 18, check numbers 86228 through 86231 from the general fund, $1,403.80.
Oh, sorry.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Joe?
Resolution 80. Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the appointment of Leonard Balducci to the position of laborer at a salary of $52,207. Said position is subject to the probationary period of not less than 12 weeks to a maximum of 52 weeks.
Any questions, issues?
No, not at all.
Second.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Steve, number 81?
Hold on, let me get there. Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the pool concession stand agreement with DTM Foods Incorporated, doing business as Good to Go. Address is 469 Bedford Road in Pleasantville, New York.
All right, any questions on that?
A second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Joe, at number 82?
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the following budget amendments. Appropriating fund balance, general fund $45,000 for account transfer from capital for tennis court rehabilitation. And to increase revenue and expenses in the capital fund, $45,000, an interfund transfer from general fund to tennis court rehabilitation.
That's the tennis courts in
Like-
Foxwoods? or
Yes,
near
we own
Foxwoods?
those.
Yeah.
And,
I don't think a lot of people actually know that.
Yeah, they're in the village inventory. They were given to the village in the 70s when Foxwood was developed for recreation purposes. So, and they get a considerable amount of
Yeah.
use, but they really do need some resurfacing.
Great.
So,
Does this have any consideration for that fence?
not the main fence on Bedford Road. No,
The
that's
wall that's
another.
broken.
So we have to
Yeah.
figure, we have to
We should
address
do
that.
something about
We
that,
totally
but that's
I know we
another,
should.
another
Because it
issue.
is a-
I have a
sorry.
couple of proposals for that. Well, we could review that and see
Good.
where we,
Okay.
what we want to do.
Could I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, number 83?
Hold on. Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village treasurer to close the following aged escrow accounts, having deemed said account balances to be uncollectible. Do I read the actual individual, or?
Yeah, you can do that,
Okay.
or the T number. And I can just explain the reasons for these when you.
Yeah,
Great,
okay.
that would be good.
T0750 Lupatine 2 Ann Place, $2,476.43. T0779 McAfee Moving Company, $118.40. T0804 John Lean, 65 Romer Avenue, $220. And T0872 Dan Harris, 227 Washington Avenue for $29.50.
Okay, so well, these are all planning escrow accounts. Some
Oh,
of
I
these
see.
go back about 15 years.
Oh,
A lot of them had residual balances that were due in part to subsequent legal opinions and other things that weren't charged to the account initially. And they showed up way after,
Way after
the
the
project
fact.
was closed and people had moved on. So
We're just going to write them off.
we have to. I mean, they're sitting on the books at Lupatine probably for over 15 years, as this one comes to mind.
Okay.
And, we've had discussions with the property owners. They've asked for backup on the material. We don't have that backup anymore, so we just
And
can't
it's
even.
not worth the trouble anymore.
Correct. correct. We tried to, we did our best to see if they were collectible and if they were verifiable, but we couldn't verify these.
Considering that this is maybe the first resolution of this type that I've ever seen, and being on the board, in '06, '07, and '08, and then, of course, more recently now, I'm saying we're pretty good on collectibles in terms of other things.
Yes.
We make sure we collect everything, so this has got to be a
Good point.
minuscule item, set of items
When you
in
deal
terms
with,
of other, billing
Correct.
people for stuff.
yes, absolutely.
Did this get flagged by the auditors? Is that why we're, yeah, okay.
They asked us
Someone
to
from
write.
the Treasury
Yeah,
Department is
Treasurer's
nodding.
Yeah, and they asked us to write them off. They're like, you're carrying this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't carry
Okay.
it.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Oh, sorry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, number 84, Joe?
84, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village treasurer to close the following capital accounts for reasons stated and to transfer any available fund balances as follows. DPW equipment for trucks, building and construction, $5,140.29 to be returned to the debt service fund.
Any questions on those?
No, that makes sense.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, number 18, 85. 85. Right?
85, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the mayor to sign the tax warrant for the fiscal year 2017 through 18.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 86, Joe?
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the village administrator to sign the SPCA agreement that provides shelter for seized, stray, and homeless dogs and cats as per the terms set forth in the agreement dated June 1, 2017, which is attached.
All right, any
Second.
questions? Second. This is one of the first ones I ever did, and I always think of trustee.
Yes.
Yes, Garcia about this. It just
As
comes to
the
my
member
head.
of his seat, should I now
Yeah.
start railing?
He would not let this go without a
All those
without a
in
soliloquy.
favor?
Aye.
All right,
But he is a dog lover.
yeah,
I seconded it.
Steve second. Number 87?
We're gonna pull 87.
Oh, we're going to pull 87? Okay, so if there's no other further business, I'd like to say thank you for joining us, anybody that joins us. I think we're going to have a work session next Monday, which will be on our website, and our next meeting is Monday, the 22nd, work session at 7, public meeting at 8. All right, thank you again, have a great day, hope to see you all in Pleasantville Day.
Make a motion to close?
Oh, motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
All those in
Seconded.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.